Hey guys, I'm Maria and welcome to the Real Smart Home. Today we're so excited to show you a new addition to our show home, an installation of motorized blinds in our kitchen. Motorized blinds are so much more than just a convenience. They are a key part of modern home automation. They give you effortless control over lights, privacy and security with just a tap on your phone, and they are also a stylish way to improve your home's energy efficiency. To get this done, we've partnered with the expert at the Concorde Blinds who installed these blinds for us. While they were here, I had a quick chat with the Concorde sales manager Kieran and a founder of the Real Smart Home, Victor, to find out how the motorized blinds work and why they are so important in a modern home. All right, so let's see what they had to say. So, Kieran, thank you for installing these amazing blinds for us. From your perspective at Concorde, what are the key benefits of choosing motorized blinds over traditional ones?
So motorised blinds have become more and more popular over the years, especially since battery-powered motorisation has become more prevalent. The benefits are massive, and generally we find once people have a motorised blind or have had motorised blinds, the thought of going back to a traditional one it just wouldn't happen. So the key benefits really are convenience, style. It's often a motorised blind is the most impressive part of a home. Security, so being able to open and close your blinds from a distance, whether you be somewhere else in the country or late home from work or even just somewhere else in the world. And then integrating with other smart home products, which is really, really important, especially nowadays.
And Victor, for us at the Real Smart Home, why is a product like this so important to a smart home setup?
So blinds basically are a key part of the smart home setup. As Kieran mentioned, we can do automations and we can simulate that you are at home, for example, when you're on holiday. So we can open and close the blinds, then on and off the lights, so no one from outside can actually know if you are home or not. And then in your day-to-day, it's also really convenient. You can close the blinds automatically when you are putting on Netflix on your TV or Amazon, because you are going to watch a movie and you know every time you watch a movie you want the blinds to be closed, so the sun is not hitting the TV. And this type of automations are really, really powerful.
And Kieran, from a technical standpoint, what's involved in the installation of these blinds? How are they powered and controlled?
Power and control are the two main things that blinds need. And the power can come from either mains power. So often if we're going to provide power to a product, it needs to be discussed with the builder, architect, planner, designer along the way of the project. If we're coming in retrospectively to install the blind, then it's battery. So the battery powers are lithium-ion, so rechargeable. They have a brilliant life to them, only really need charging once a year or something like that. And then the control is the other aspect. Traditionally with remote control, just a radio signal, a bit like your TV, click the button, it goes up, click the button, it goes down. But more modernly, we're using protocols like Zigbee, which tend to integrate with other smart products, and you can tie them in through Somfy's to Home Hub and control it by more of a modern protocol rather than a traditional kind of radio signal.
And how did you integrate this system into our existing smart home platform, Victor? What's the process for a client?
So basically, as you all know, we can integrate devices from multiple brands and type of devices. And Somfy is basically one of the best brands that we recommend because they offer this Zigbee motor, which is obviously really nice because it's a standard protocol that we can integrate with our smart hub. So basically, we can control all the functions from the blind. We can control the battery, how much battery left, send notifications to the customer, and also set the position. As I mentioned before, if you are watching a movie, when you turn on Netflix, the blind can close. But when you finish the movie and you put another channel, the blind can actually come back to the previous position, so we know the exact position that the blind was on. So this basically obviously creates convenience and really easy to use because it's seamlessly working with the rest of the devices like lighting, heating, or...
Concorde Blinds has such a huge range of products. How do you help a client choose the right style, material and color to fit their home's aesthetic?
Yeah, so we have a huge range. And the nice thing about the modern day product is motorization is pretty much doable across all of our product ranges. So whether it be a roller blind, a blackout roller blind, duo rolls, all the way through to curtains, we can motorize pretty much any product. So which product the customer chooses has a lot of things. So design, just making sure that it incorporates within the customer's home. But a lot of the time it's function with motorization. So blackout tends to be really popular, especially for bedrooms and cinema rooms and things like that. that. So the product type is one thing, the design, and then the hardest thing usually is color, and trying to kind of put in whether you want a floral design or just plain or something like that. So we have the full range. We can either do it from home, as in we come to your home with samples, or we've got a showroom in Bedfordshire where customers are welcome to come and spend some time and go through all the designs.
Victor, we see this a lot with clients building new homes or renovating. How does the Real Smart Home work with companies like Concorde to create a seamless and beautiful end result?
Yeah, so basically when we start a project with a customer, in general, they have some ideas, but they don't really know the potential or the options that they have. It's very useful for them to obviously check with a professional and at least to know the options and be able to choose between the multiple different options. Because the last thing that someone wants is to do something in the wrong way or realize later down the line that, oh, there was this option that I didn't even know exists and I could have known before. So we work with Concorde and other companies to ensure that we basically do the best for the customer and that they get the best result that they can get.
For anyone watching this video and who is thinking about getting motorized blinds or a full smart home system, what's the one piece of advice you would give them?
So we speak a lot about motorization with blinds, but we're in the home and a lot of people have. My first thing is when I see a smart speaker, so I often know that the customer is at least using some sort of technology to control something, whether it just be music or lighting or something. So as soon as the conversation starts around the smart home, we can advise really strongly on blinds, but beyond that, the integration with other products isn't really where we specialize. So getting to know you and speaking to the Real Smart Home gives us somebody that we can speak to and lean on, point customers in the direction of, and then we know that they're linking the blinds to the rest of the home and then doing it holistically so that everything is going to work together rather than just trying to do it themselves. So advice from me would be speak to professionals, speak to local companies, generally more knowledgeable than kind of the bigger companies in my industry. But then when trying to link it all together, I just don't think it's possible without speaking to somebody who has done it and who can advise and go from beginning to end.
So yeah, as I mentioned, that's the key bit. At the beginning, having a lot of ideas is good to actually check with a professional who actually has been doing this for a while or sometimes for ages. And then they know what advice they are going to give you. They are going to give you a lot of ideas. Kieran mentioned a showroom is also a really good idea because you can just go to the place, see how it's actually operating, the different colors, how it's matching, and also about the technology. Seeing something, for example, motorized versus non-motorized, if you haven't seen it before, you might think, no, it's almost the same thing. I don't really mind going and opening the blind. But when you're seeing how it operates, how it's nicely going up, opening and closing, and all the stuff, is when you see it in real life, is when it changes your mind.
So Kieran, could you walk us through the client journey at Concorde Blinds? From the moment the client gets in touch, what is your process like?
So we are, initial inquiry comes through loads of different avenues nowadays. So phone, email, we get a lot through Instagram and TikTok and Facebook through social media adverts. So once the customer contacts us, the consultation starts really. So the questions around what it is that the customer's after. When motorization is involved, the conversation quickly turns to whether they're going to integrate that into a smart home or whether they just want a standalone product. The answer almost always is they have other smart products and they want to integrate them in. So for us, we can advise on the blinds, the blind type, the blind motors and things like that, but as soon as it starts to kind of get into that broader area of smart home, this is where we lean on you guys. So a lot of the time what we've been doing is pointing them in your direction and starting your process, and in terms of answering questions on the blinds and how they'll integrate, kind of the relationship that we're building is kind of makes it seamless, and we let you guys integrate our product into your smart homes and working seamlessly.
Victor, your company often works with other experts to achieve the best results. Could you explain how your initial client consultation works, and at what point you involve a specialist partner like Concorde to help?
First thing we do is an initial consultation with the customer. So we have a call with them, and basically we discuss what they are looking to achieve, if they are moving to a new house or renovating their property, or they just want to include smart home technology, and also if they have anything in terms of priorities, if they want to prioritize discussing either blinds or lighting or security, heating, because we're going to put more focus on that. And then after that, we discuss all the potential options that they have for their house, and then part of that is also obviously blinds, because it's an important bit of the equation. And if they want to include blinds into the project, we just contact Concorde and we just discuss with them what type of blinds they want, in which locations, and they obviously go to the location, they measure all the blinds, and then they propose colors and they discuss with the customer about all the details.